So we are live. Good evening, students. We have with us some of our students who have successfully cleared the examination in May 24. So they will be sharing their insights and they will be guiding you as to how they cracked the examination, the first exam under the new syllabus.
Yes. So welcome, students. So we have with us, students who have successfully cleared, as Suraj said, and we also have faculty, Shiv Teja sir and Pradnya ma'am. Both of them are also available, and of course, me, Sriram, and Suraj. So all four of us are here. We are here to moderate. All four of us are not here to speak. Students will be speaking in today's session. So before we, pass on the whole story to the, the entire session to the students, 2 minutes or probably a minute each of words from you, Shiv Teja and Pradnya, and then first Pradnya and then Shiv Teja. So please go ahead and share your views on what has been the exam in May 24th, the new syllabus. How was it with respect to various question papers, your subject, and so on? Any feedback that you have, please start off. First, Pradnya.
Yeah, hello everyone. Hearty congratulations to all of you. And today this session is very important for a faculty front also. Reason being, this has been a complete new syllabus altogether, wherein especially when I'll talk in audit point of view, wherein we have seen tremendous change in the syllabus. Syllabus has gone in detail. There have been so many different things come up. New chapters introduced, the volume has increased. So basically, from a faculty point, it was a challenging aspect for us. But then today's session, where I'm going to see students who have written that examination, has gone actually to their stress, has actually prepared the content, and then given the exam, and then successfully come out of it. I really look forward to this particular session. More importantly, because the preparation strategy matters a lot when it comes to a new attempt altogether with complete new syllabus. When I went through the examination question paper, it was something very different for us as well, because the chapters were different, the questioning style was different, the presentation requirement from your end was different. So because of that, I think this session, I would more focus on you giving your insights, your tips, your strategies, because the upcoming examination, the students writing it, for audit as a whole subject is undergone a change. So it is going to be a very interesting discussion. I actually want to know how it is going to be that student has to crack this paper, the new insights, the new strategies, everything. When it comes to the syllabus, we all have seen that has been changed a lot. When we have seen about the paper pattern, that has undergone a change, where every time we focused only on standards and all of that, we have seen overall coverage has been very well. So, and you people have actually gone through it, studied it, understood it. So I think the right person today to discuss about the subject would be only you. So the students are eagerly waiting to hear your insights and your strategies. But before I pass on to Shivteja sir, I just want to tell all the very best to all of you. And the insights we are really looking forward. And today as a faculty friend also, I'm very interested to know how your journey has been. Yeah, Shivteja, all over to you. So please.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. A very good evening to all of you. And before I speak anything, first of all, I would like to say that even though I qualified way back about 14 years back, every 6 months, the journey is so amazing for us. Every 6 months, we keep passing, especially with your success, which is equally our success. So first of all, hearty congratulations to all the participants who are there with us on the Zoom live, as well as to the students who are there with us on the YouTube. First of all, wish you a very, very, very hearty congratulations, guys. You are no more CS students. You are now chartered accountants. And you all are same now. We are all part of same fraternity. So wonderful, guys. That's a great achievement.
And those of you who are watching on YouTube, I know we expect you will be joining us in the next session when we conduct after November 24 examinations.
Absolutely. True. So unlike subjects of group 1 are, since we belong to group 2 pattern, I'm slightly a different guy who is an amendment guy basically when it comes to direct and indirect taxes subject as such. And indirect tax has been one such paper which is very important. That is, when it comes to the amendments part, there is always a good amount of weightage of amendments which keep coming in the exam, especially for May 2024, because May attempt is that attempt where a lot of weightage is given to the amendments. And I'm sure this point will be highlighted by the student speakers who are there with us right now, who are chartered accountants now. So this has been a good paper when it comes to indirect taxes. So taxation paper as such, every time the pattern is very simple. About 25 to 30% weightage is given for the amendments, and 30-40% is that content where there is some trickiness, some craziness is definitely involved. And 20-30% pattern is that pattern which is very comfortable pattern, That's how generally institute does a ratio of 40-40-20 ratio. 20% for amendments, 40% for slight tricky questions, 40% for a comfortable paper. That's how the paper comes. And I'm so delighted and so happy that a lot of students have secured exemptions in this paper. And of course, we have Sriram and Suraj also with us, who have also been so happy that even Group 1 also we have got very good exemptions which have come out. For that reason, we are extremely happy, especially when it comes to indirect taxes. The syllabus has been the same, even in old syllabus and new syllabus, but the change is all about the amendments and few topics which got deleted from the customs. Obviously, because customs weightage has been drastically come down compared to the GST. GST has got more amount of weightage compared to customs, but being a CFNS student and now being chartered accountants who qualified, they'll realize very soon in the outside market world that it's not just about a particular topic or a particular chapter. Every topic, everything, be it any kind of reporting framework, everything is important for you. And now I look forward to all my dear chartered accountants who have qualified. I was also delighted to hear from all of you guys and would be happy enough to if any question comes up from our YouTube participants as well. And hearty congratulations once again and wish you all success. Last but not the least, one thing I'll tell you is that we are lucky enough that we have been a part of your journey of becoming a chartered accountant. Any support post that also we are there with you guys. All the very best. Wish you all success going ahead as well.
Thank you.
So for our YouTube audience, just to give you a perspective, we have with us Rajalakshmi, Gopi, Chinta, Dhanalakshmi, Pranav, Uma, Niranjan, Susi Arunachalam. So these are our students who have joined in today and they will be sharing their thoughts. Yeah, over to you, Sriram.
Yeah. So thanks a lot, guys. So now what we'll do is, so our YouTube audience as well as the students who have joined us, we will now take up a way of finding out from those of you who have qualified in May 24 what are your key strategies, and in that we have made a list of about 10 odd questions. So I'm sharing those questions. I think you should be able to see them. You're able to see them?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes. So first, I have also listed down the names here. So please forgive the order in which I'm able to see the people. I have put the names. So first over to Mrs. Rajalakshmi.
Yes.
So this is about 11 questions. So we want answer from you, and please take a minute or so to answer. And of course, after that, once you answer these questions, then if you want to add anything else, you can add. And like that, we'll go through with all 7 or 8 students. And then after that, we'll take YouTube, audience questions. Okay. So the first question, Rajalakshmi, is what was the toughest subject for you in both groups?
Sir, it is AFM, sir.
AFM. Okay.
Yeah.
And easiest subject?
Taxation. I love taxation.
Which taxation? Which
both
one?
both direct and indirect taxation, sir.
Okay. Then what was the toughest paper actually?
Actually, it was FR, not because the questions were tough, but in the first exam, I literally struggled to match the question pattern actually.
Okay. And the easiest paper?
AFM, sir.
Very good. Then how many hours did you study per day in the last 10 days? The last 3 months, I'm sorry. Last 3 months. Yeah.
So it was initially 8 to 9 hours in the third month, approximately 12 to 13 hours in the last second month. And by the end, it was almost 15-16 hours a day.
Oh my God. 8 to 16.
that is
12 to
next
16.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Then
that is the only reason you're inspiring so many people today.
Yeah.
You are actually.
Thank you.
Yeah. When did you start your full-fledged preparation? I mean, did you start it 3 months before, 6 months before, 9 months before?
Sir, actually, I started my preparation the next day when I cleared my CA Inter. I got Inter classes.
Brilliant. Yeah. Next day of Inter results. Okay.
Yes.
Then, how many revisions? When did you end your preparation? I mean, when did you actually end the preparation?
December.
I'm not going to study anything.
December.
Oh, December is it?
Yeah, the syllabus is completed.
December?
I yet had 3 revisions to do.
Oh,
December.
Okay. So you finish your prep by December. That is 5 months before.
Yes, sir.
5 months in advance. And you did 3 revisions.
3 to 4 revisions, sir.
3 to 4 revisions. Okay. And how many mock tests did you take?
At least 2 for each subjects.
Okay. And in which subject did you get maximum marks?
From the subject that I thought it was the toughest for me.
Okay. And
maybe we can note down the max as well.
Sir?
Maybe we can note down the max as well.
Yeah. AFM, how much was it?
72, I suppose, sir.
Okay, great. And how do you think we helped you in your preparation? Indigo Learn?
Yeah, Indigo Learn has been the first step to help me with beginning the journey until the end. If it was not because of, if it were not there, and I could never have started or ended my journey.
So
Thanks.
just to add on, after watching your interview, today we got one student who had qualified PE2 in 2006. That is the CA Inter in 2006. And after watching your interview, he reached out to us saying how he can restart his journey and he can complete his CA. That is after a gap of 18 years. I did my PE2 in 2007. So from
Great.
that time now he has come back and he wants to continue. That is actually nice.
Really nice. Great, sir.
Yeah.
Basically, Surat Senior is coming back again.
Yeah.
So one thing I want to clarify to students, I've been saying this on quite a few times. See, students' preparation is 95% of the cause of their success or failure, anything. Okay. Faculty are responsible only for 5%. Students, both success and failure are 95%. They are only the reason why they succeed or they fail. Okay. So both ways. So, well, we are here to help you, guide you, but beyond that, it is what you actually do. Okay. So that's something that I hold true. I hold dear to my heart. That, when we assist students, students are the ones who determine their success or failure. Okay. So thanks, Rajalakshmi. Now we'll go to Gopi Manikandan. Gopi, what are your anything else you want to add, Rajalakshmi? Anything? Any other information you want to give us?
Sir, actually about Indigo Learn's preparation pattern, I would say if someone is not really having the time to focus on studies, I would definitely suggest Indigo Learn, because I could not sit in a place and sit with my book and concentrate for long times. So the animated videos and the teaching pattern of Indigo Learn really inspired me. So that will be easy for someone after 30, if you don't have time, it will be easy to manage. So that will be better.
Okay, great. Okay, so over. Thanks a lot. Gopi Manikandan.
Hi, sir.
Over to you. Yeah, hi. So what was the toughest subject for you?
So, sir, 1 minute. Actually, I have given my group 2 in May 24. So, shall I stick with group 2? Or
Please stick with group 2. Please stick with group 2.
Sure. My toughest subject I considered IBS at the beginning.
Okay. And easiest?
DT.
DT. Okay. And what was the actual toughest paper?
I think it's IDT.
Sorry, IDT, is it?
Yes, IDT.
You covered in first all three subjects. Very good. And what is the easiest paper?
DT.
DT. Okay. Then how many hours did you study per day in last 3 months?
Roughly around 10 to 12 consistent.
10 to 12. Brilliant. Okay. Then when did you start your full-fledged prep?
Actually, for group 2, I have started 3 months before my exams.
3 months before exams. Okay. Then when did you end your prep?
Actually, at the end of the April.
Oh, is it? Till then you were continuously preparing?
Yes.
So this is without revision?
Without revision. Yeah, exactly.
Okay. The classes have been completed for the last attempt itself for November 23. So I have done revisions for total 3 months.
Acha, revision is, and how many revisions did you do? I mean,
3 to 4
full-fledged.
approximately.
Okay. And how many mock tests did you take?
Roughly around 2.
2. Okay. And what is the highest marks in group 2?
DT. It is 72.
Okay, great. And how do you think we managed to help you, or was there any, how do you think our courses helped you?
Actually, I took a full-fledged IBS course from yours.
Okay.
Actually, it helped us to revise all the subjects in one, because I have qualified group 1 in November 23. So I was a bit confused, like how to tackle IBS and how to read that again, the FR, AFM part and all. So it was so helpful that so can I revise. And Shvateja sir also helped me to remember again the DT, IDT provisions exactly with clarity and all. And AFM part, Sriram sir has less clarity, less involvement, because more of only theory questions in IBS. And FR also, it was very much helpful to revise for the exam, as I can only contribute some less time in IBS and more in DT and IDT. So it was very helpful. Thank you. Thank you all.
Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot, Gopi. Appreciate your feedback. Now moving next to Chinta Dhanlakshmi, right?
Hello, sir. Good evening, sir.
Hi. Good evening. Good evening. How are you?
I'm good, sir, and I'm so thankful to you, sir, personally.
It's a pleasure is all ours.
I will
Please tell me,
definitely
what was the
contribute
tough?
my AFM ka success to you, sir. Definitely.
Madam, 95% you, 5% us. Okay.
Yeah. My toughest subject is always AFM, sir, of course.
Then you said you like it and then you're saying it is tough.
Let me tell you what is the reason. Yeah, the easiest subject is like IDT, sir, because I have practice into it, so it is.
Okay.
Toughest
Toughest
paper was
paper?
audit, sir. Literally. Oh my God, that MCQ,
Yeah,
sir.
a lot of people told that.
Mind
Lot
blowing,
of people
sir.
told.
Yeah. Easiest paper,
And
I
easiest
would
paper?
say IDT, I would say.
Okay. And how many hours did you study per day in the last 3 months?
10 hours max, but then 8 hours on an average consistently for last 3 months.
Okay. And when did you start your full-fledged prep?
3 months before exams. Yeah.
No, so just a clarification here. When we say full-fledged preparation, when did you actually start your CA final preparation?
Oh, that's like
That way.
7 months before my exams, I would say.
Okay. Means when you started your classes.
Yeah, exactly. I started my classes, I've
Okay.
completed them, and I'm like prepared. Everything.
And you wrote both groups together?
Exactly.
So how did you manage both groups in 7 months' time? Like,
It's
that is
like 8
surprising.
hours. I used to use 2x speed, sir. I used to take everything recorded, so I used to listen all this.
Sriram sir at 2x speed. That is see, you can say, see, I also listen to Sriram's lecture. I've gone through entire thing, but when you say 2x, Shivteja, I can agree 2x is fine. Sriram sir at 2x means like then your, grasping power is pretty high, I should say.
Not like that. It's like I'm comfortable with 2x, so I would prefer that.
Okay, nice.
Yeah.
And when did you end your preparation before revision? That is, when did you start your revision?
Yeah, so 3 months before exams.
Okay. And how many revisions?
Only one revision, but then that was like I covered like good preparation. One revision.
Okay. Okay. And how many marks?
It's like I gave revision tests. I took a test series where I've given revision tests, sir.
How many?
One, I would say. Mock test, like entire syllabus covering, it's like one.
Okay. And which subject did you get maximum marks?
I got exemptions in all the 5 subjects except audit.
Oh, okay. But which one is max?
Max bole to I've got 71, 72. AFMA I got 71, I would say.
Oh, okay, great.
5 subjects exemption.
Can you tell me your audit score?
42, ma'am.
Okay.
I would have gotten a rank. I missed it.
But how many marks?
374, sir.
No, what was the last rank, if you remember?
It's like 415, I would say.
Oh, very.
I would have like if I would have performed better a little bit in audit and IBS, I would have like at least 49th or 50th. I lost it. That's okay.
So how do you think we helped you, or was IL, how were we at IL able to assist you?
I am waiting for this question actually. One of my friend shown me that Indigo Learn is offering like 7 days free course. I don't remember exactly the duration, but then you've offered some free course where you've given AFM entirely for free.
Correct.
Oh my God, that was mind blowing, and I focused like literally in like that period, whatever you've given in that period, I tried to complete AFM, and that helped me like anything. Literally helped me like anything.
Okay.
I'm so thankful to you for that kind of opportunity.
No, we are nice, very nice. Appreciate it.
No, but I think a lot of credit to you as well to complete such a vast syllabus in such a short period of time. That is amazing, actually.
Yeah, correct. Basically, if you are dedicated, things are possible. That's the whole thing.
Correct. That's a live example.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
Thank you, sir.
Thanks, Chinta. We'll move on to the next student. Next qualified, I'm sorry. Next chartered accountant. My bad. Pranav. Hey, Pranav. How are you? Hello, Pranav, you there?
Yes.
Hi.
Can you hear me now?
Hi. How are you?
Hello, I'm great. Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
So Pranav, first up,
So-
what was the toughest subject for you for preparation?
So for me personally, the toughest subject would be audit because it required a lot of rote learning. So that is why it was the toughest for me.
And easiest subject?
Easiest for me would be FR.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You're one amongst the few.
Suraj, you are finally rated somewhere at least.
And what was the toughest paper?
I would say the toughest paper again would be audit for me.
Okay. And easiest paper?
I think paper 6 for me was the easiest because I think in paper 6, once you know that once you've learned everything, it becomes very easy because you have your books with you, right? So that was the easiest paper for me.
And how many hours did you study per day in last 3 months?
Around 10 to 12 hours effectively.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then when did you start your full-fledged prep?
I'd say around 10 months before my exam.
Okay. Okay. And when did you end it?
So around 2.5 months before my exam, actually, I completed all my classes pretty late. So it was around 2.5 months.
Okay. And how many revisions did you do?
2. I was able to complete 2 revisions.
Okay. And how many marks did you take?
I didn't take any mock.
Brilliant.
So,
okay. And where did you get maximum marks?
Again, paper 6, I scored around 81 marks in paper 6.
Very good.
Wow,
Very
that's
good.
nice.
Nice. And the last one, how do you think we have managed to assist you in your preparation?
So I have a very technical answer for this. The best part about Indigo Learn, which I felt, was that if I didn't understand the topic or if there was some topic which I, after 2.5 months, after I've studied a particular subject, for example, if I've studied my FR around 2.5 months ago, right? I've watched the lecture 2.5 months ago. With Indigo Learn, what was very precious was that I could just go to that particular module. I could just, look for the particular topic. I could just look for that particular session on that particular topic. For example, if I want to see something in lease receivables, right? I could just go to that particular video. So that was very handy for me. So that was like the best part about Indigo.
Brilliant.
Thanks.
Great. Okay. We'll move on to Uma now. We have, I think, 3 more people. Uma's there.
Uma was there.
I think she dropped out. So then we'll move to Niranjan. Niranjan?
Unmute
Hello,
yourself.
Niranjan, you can unmute yourself. Hello. Let Niranjan come back. We'll.
No, I think he's unmuted.
Hello, sir.
Yeah. Hi, Niranjan.
Sir, can you hear me, sir?
Yeah, we can hear you. We
Yeah,
can't
we
see you.
can.
I can't see you, please.
Good evening, everyone. I should be so thankful to.
We're not able to hear you, Niranjan. There's a lot of lag. I guess there's a network issue.
I think we can go to Susi and then come back.
Yeah, Niranjan, I think network is a problem. Just try and see if you can fix it in the meanwhile. Hi, Sushi, how are you?
Hello, sir. I'm good. First of all,
Great.
thanks sir, all the teachers, Sriram sir, Suraj sir, Tanya ma'am,
Thank
and
you.
thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yeah. So, Sushi, what was the toughest subject for you?
Audit, sir.
Audit. Okay. And easiest subject?
AFM.
Okay. And toughest paper?
Audit, sir. Audit and IDT. Both of them most of.
Audit and?
IDT.
Okay.
IDT.
Okay. Easiest paper?
AFM.
Which one?
AFM, sir.
Okay. And how many hours did you study per month, per day in the last 3 months?
I was not consistent, but I was studying 8 to 10 hours.
Okay. Okay. Then when did you start your full-fledged prep?
January, 4 months before.
Oh, that is when you started taking classes, is it?
Yeah, yes, sir.
Brilliant. And when
But
did you
why
enter?
so much of risk? Why so much of risk that starting just 4 months before the exams?
And I didn't get leave also.
Okay,
So
you didn't get leave.
I will get extra 2 months because of the election and all. And I was planning to write on the one group. I suddenly changed my plan, and luckily I passed.
Where did you do your
So
article?
suddenly changed plan, wrote both the groups and cleared. That is like another inspirational story. But YouTube audience, I would not suggest that you take such risks. Those are to be
Yes.
performed by professionals like Susi, not by everyone.
Yes. So where did you do your articleship, Susi?
I was doing industrial training in Healthify Me, Bangalore.
Acha. Okay. Okay. When did you end your prep before revision? That is, when did you start the revision?
So revision. I was doing only study only. There was no time for revision. Study was only not completed. So first group I completed by April end, exactly before exam I completed. Second group I was still studying before the day of exam also.
Oh my God. My God. So no revision, 0.
Yeah.
How many marks?
For the first group, 1 mark. First group only.
Second group, you didn't take any mark.
No. There was no time.
In which subject did you get maximum marks?
AFM 68.
68. And how do you think we managed to assist you?
The first thing, it was the unlimited views. So I studied FR in the month of Jan fully. And when I came home, like when I studied leave, everything I forgot. Everything. I was also watching in 2x only. I had notes also, but everything I forgot. So the unlimited views were very helpful. I watched main things like complex concept again. And then forums. Forums are very helpful. I remember asking so many doubts. I was kind of scared, but every one of you replied. So that was very helpful.
Okay, great.
It also helped with my fear also. You were telling like, don't worry, questions will be easy. I remember Sriram sir telling, don't worry for one doubt, and it won't be this stuff and everything.
Yeah, correct. So we're always, so as long as doubts are genuine, right, we are more than happy to assist.
Yeah.
Right. So there's never an issue on that. Okay. Okay. Great. Thanks, Susi. We have to, I'm sorry, I'm moving to another candidate. So another chartered accountant, I'm sorry.
Sir, Niranjan here. I'm sorry, there was some network error.
No worries.
No worries. I was coming to you only.
Sorry, sir.
Yeah, please go ahead. So,
hi,
Niranjan,
sir.
what was the toughest subject for you?
Hi, sir. First of all, I should be so thankful to Suraj sir and Shivteja sir for guiding me all the way for IBS. They have, guided me, in every step, because this was the first attempt, for UBS, we don't know how to study only. So we used to get a lot of doubts like what to study and what not to study, and also the classes have helped us a lot, sir.
So, I have to tell you guys one thing specifically about IBS. You are saying you didn't know how to study, no? All the faculty didn't know how to teach. We all were scratching our heads how to teach this subject. In fact, we had 2 or 3 brainstorming sessions on how to teach. In between, we changed the way we taught. Initially, we were all doing together. Then we suddenly shifted each person different thing. So not only you, even we are equally surprised by this paper.
we were actually prepared as to what to teach, but how do we approach? We were just wondering, brainstorming sessions were going on.
Correct. Exactly. So Niranjan, what was the toughest subject for you?
For me, DT, sir. It was a lengthy one, so.
No, subject preparing, not preparing DT. Okay. Easiest subject?
IDT.
Okay. And toughest paper?
For me, it was IBS only, sir. Because I had done Group 1 1.5 years back.
Okay.
So for me, recouping everything, it was very difficult for me. So IBS was the toughest one for me, sir.
And what was easiest?
Easiest was IDT.
Okay. And how many hours did you study per day in last 3 months?
Last 3 months, almost like 12 hours, sir.
Okay. And when did you start full-fledged preparation? How many months before exams?
Sir, last 3 months, I was studying consistently, sir.
Oh, okay. So before that, you didn't start?
No, before, I mean, like after I got the, I got flunked in November attempt. So after a week of result, like I started studying only.
Oh, okay.
10-15 days. After 10-15 days, I was like studying only, sir.
Okay. And when did you end your preparation before revision?
Almost like 1 month before, sir.
Okay.
I have kept 1 month for revision, sir.
Okay, 1 month.
Yes.
Then how many revisions did you do?
Three revisions, sir. Last 1 month, I've done 3 revisions.
Very nice. And how many marks?
156, sir.
No, not marks. Mocks. MOCK, mock test.
Mocks I have not written, but like I've went through the paper, mock test papers.
Okay. And where did you get maximum marks?
DT, sir, direct tax.
How much?
I got 58.
Okay, okay, great. So, what is your view on how we could help you in your preparation, or what was it that actually helped you in the overall preparation?
Sir, covering the entire syllabus will obviously help to crack the exam, sir.
Okay, okay, great. So, do we have the other lady who went out coming back? No. No, right?
No.
Uma. Okay. Fair enough. So I think, guys, it is very clear. Suraj, you want to summarize what is the sense of what what people have spoken?
I think for the YouTube audience, just to summarize everything, you can see most of them have studied for 8 to 10 to 12 hours consistent basis. I would not suggest extremes of 16 hours. If you can, of course, you are free to do. And not also starting preparation very late. That is my feedback for the remaining students, right? That is one thing. And then you see the importance of revisions, mock test papers, getting up, going back and identifying. So if you see in a lot of cases, students have scored highest marks, in the toughest paper as well. So even if it's a toughest paper, there is a way to work around that paper and score good marks. We should not be scared for with that. Shiv Teja, Pradnya, what are your views on what they have said? And then we'll come back to the students, not students, the CAs, and ask them some specific tips for revisions and all that they would like to share with the students, especially writing theory questions. So that is one question which has come up.
Yeah, actually, if I look at the overall pattern, I can just say one thing, that sometimes it has been made that audit is very difficult, FR is very difficult. But if you look at the pattern in which we have got the answers, everybody has their own weakness, have their own strength. So I think it is depending upon the technique and the study pattern that everybody is adopting, that things are going to change for them. So for everybody, it is going to be one subject which is going to be tough and one which is going to be easy. So it is going to be a versatile structure for everybody. So techniques do matter. So I think now insights are required on how they prepared, like the actual techniques for particular subjects. How did they move on with it?
Oh,
yeah.
I also found audit and FR only tough.
So just to the larger audience and also to all of you, entire FR content was, Sriram had gone through the entire FR content before it was uploaded. Likewise, I had gone through, AFM, audit, DT, IDT, whatever papers. So Sriram always used to say like, this is too lengthy. Will students be able to remember everything? This looks very complex and all of that. But then if you see from the students' point of view, FR is not there in the toughest subject list as well.
Correct.
Okay.
Correct.
So that way.
Over to you, Shiv Teja.
Yeah, good. Sounds good. I mean,
he will be very happy because everybody DT is easiest.
Yeah, correct.
He'll be very happy today. Yeah.
No, right. Couple of places is there in toughest as well. So I totally agree with the student mindset, and I totally agree with what Pragna ma'am has just told us, specifically in terms of a subject being a toughest or easiest is very clearly student-centric thing. This is not a standardized thing to tell that this is easy or this is tough. That is clearly student-centric in terms of what they have been through articleship, how there has been a CA inter journey, and how's their final preparation going on based on different parameters. That easy or tough is decided. I would say in my language something which I believe a lot. See, I don't believe in something called tough and easy. I only believe in something called known and unknown. If you know something, that's easy for you. If you don't know something, it's tough for you. As simple as it is. So I believe that a lot. So if any subject has to be seen as tough or easy, you should only look at something as this we know, this we don't know. And something more detailed to be known, as simple as it is. So I appreciate the feedback given by all the chartered accountants who are with us right now. So very good. So happy for this, to listen to this feedback, especially in terms of the revision preparation. Barring 1-2 exceptions, it's very important that revision is absolutely important, and the mock test is something which actually has got some weightage in terms of understanding where exactly you stand. That is where you realize exactly where do we improve and make ourselves better. Because a lot of times it does so happen that when we prepare and look at the things, we feel that yes, we are done, our job is over. But when we start a piece of paper and take a pen, that is where we start actually realizing what we know and what we don't know. So this mock test and revision is something very crucial and very important. And I appreciate that majority of them have done this and results have come out. And thus, that I humbly suggest that you have to do it, which is very important. So as Suraj sir rightly said, if you plan your preparation in advance, the first preparation, you will have some sweet time with you for revision and mock test as well. Yeah.
So we have some questions. We have some questions on the YouTube channel. A couple of students have thanked every one of you, so I'll just pass on that message. Then another feedback is thanks for the session. The Excel gives us a lot of perspective. Now, one specific question is on FR. In practical subjects like FR, even if you solve all the study material questions, when we see RTP and exam questions, sometimes it is scary with new adjustments here and there. How to overcome this? So this question, I think I'll put it to Pranav because he has mentioned FR was the easiest. So how did you handle this, Pranav, when you find a new adjustment or new type of questions in the RTPs or in the exams?
So for me, actually, I think it's more of a psychological thing. When I studied my CA foundation, I got a very supportive teacher. So since my CA foundation days, FR or accounting for that matter has been a very easy subject for me. So I think it's more of psychological. In my mind, FR has always been very easy for me. So even if I get some new adjustment, it becomes very natural for me to just understand that adjustment, or just understanding how everything is working in FR. So I think there's no specific technical response to this. I think it's more psychological than
No,
anything.
so I have a follow-up on that, which is FR. So if you take any standard, right, there are multiple layers. Like if you go do A, then A has A1 and A2. Then you do A1, A1 has again A11, A12. So basically it's like a branch kind of a thing, right? Tree branch kind of stuff. So how would you remember that?
So for me, I think I would just create that branch which you're talking about in my mind, and it would be very natural for me to just understand everything. For me, I think FR is one subject where you don't need to rote learn at all, because there are no formulas.
But did you make any specific notes for this? Is there a way in which you write down? Do you make flowcharts?
So I remember I got a book from Indigo Learn which had summarized notes for each and every Ind AS. So that is the only book I referred to. And I used to make notes, if there's a chart, if there's a particular chart, I used to make notes on the right-hand side of the chart. So that used to be very helpful for me. So that is how I used to learn everything in FR. Yeah.
So just to ask, who taught you accounting in foundation?
Pawan Kumar Somani. So right now
that is the reason why I'm coming to this question is Pawan, we cleared our CA foundation together way back in 2006. He was AIR 2, I guess. I was AIR 1. And he actually referred my lecture, and that is how the world completes. After 20 years, we are able to reconnect back to the same student. If you see, one at the foundation and one at the final level, right? So I think it's a special connection. And Pradnya is also related in between. She came through that relation itself. So it is a kind of a complete circle, I would say. Yeah.
Yes.
Anybody else who wants to add on how to handle new adjustments?
In FR specifically.
In FR.
Basically, I would say FR, I would compare it with maths. Because when we were kids, we used to get scared about maths. Like that only I compare maths. It's like, it's not the numbers you have to remember. It's the concept you have to remember. And that makes it easy FR. Yeah, that's it.
FR is all about concepts. It's completely about concepts.
Exactly.
Yes.
So I'll add my part. I'll add my part, a small part. Sometimes a new adjustment makes us scared. In the examination, it will make us more scared. But please understand that one adjustment may cost you only 3 to 4 marks, not more than that in most of the questions. Okay, so in that sense, you should not put extra weightage on that. Whatever you can understand at that point of time, solve it accordingly. If your remaining part of the questions are correct, you will be able to score good marks in that as well. Just because one adjustment is tricky, we should not leave the entire question. That is my part on this particular thing.
Okay. Next question.
Then for IBS, what books you suggest to take to the exam hall? There are some compilers available, but the study materials from where we studied gives me more clarity. So what kind of material should we take?
Yeah, I have a question in this. How many of you carried a suitcase?
Myself, sir.
Okay, so I'm writing
suitcase and one more bag. I had two bags.
2 suitcases.
A suitcase and a bag.
He said she actually has a photo of that.
Yes, sir. I could share it. I could share it.
Gopi, what did you do, man?
Around 3 set of texts.
Sorry, Gopi.
3 set of bags, sir. No suitcases allowed in my
3
section.
bags.
Yes.
Okay. Chinta?
Only one bag. I did not carry ICA mats.
Acha, you didn't carry ICA this thing, is it? Okay.
That
And
was a
Pranav?
very big mistake.
So for me, it was a couple of sacks. That's it.
2 sacks, 2 bags.
Yeah.
Niranjan?
Sir, I've carried 2 bags.
2 bags. Susi Arunachalam?
2 bags, sir.
Sorry?
2 big bags.
2.
Yeah. That Katapa
bags.
is also very big, that bag.
Okay. So the exam hall must have looked like railway station, no?
Literally
Everybody.
like airport, sir.
The
So,
entire
okay, coming to the
Like
specific
somewhere
question.
in Ooty or Kodaikanal, sir, like everyone is bringing their luggages.
Yeah, correct.
So, specific
yeah.
question, what type of material, if anyone can just, who has scored the highest, I think we can, IBS highest is Pranav. So I think Pranav can start, then we can ask a couple of more of
Yes.
you.
So for me, I think more than any specific book for IBS, and going through the case studies, it is important that you focus on the other 5 subjects and you give a little importance to law and costing as well, because they are also asked. You will get questions on those subjects as well. So rather than taking a specific book of a specific teacher, I would suggest you take those books from where you have studied your entire, all the other 6 or 7 subjects. So, you should take those books. I wouldn't suggest any particular book of any particular teacher, because that's not going to help you in exams. That's what I feel.
Others agree?
Anyone else has any other thought on this? No. Okay. So that is it. Okay. So I think we have covered the questions. You guys have covered nicely various aspects. From each one of you, we would like to hear, a couple of, advice, what to do, what not to do, what you could have avoided.
Yes.
So we'll start in the same order from Raja Lakshmi, and we'll continue.
Yes, sir. So I would say the vast syllabus, if you could have some summarized short notes, which are very easy for us to recall in the last day, that would really help us with the preparation. I see many people lose time in revising the entire subject, spending the same time again and again. So I'll go with summary notes and audio revisions if possible.
So summary notes, you yourself made your own notes?
Yes, sir, I always do make my own notes.
So you suggest that is the right way actually to go ahead, because that is what you can use for IBS as well?
No, not for IBS exactly. IBS, IBS, I used to summarize all subjects note. That would be helpful in the last subject.
Yeah. Gopi?
Sir,
what would your suggestion be?
I would like to stick with one book, which is your faculty.
Okay. I think that is the best thing to do. Plus, ICA material is more than sufficient.
Yes. Exactly. Yeah. Chinta?
Yeah. I would suggest everyone out there to plan your things and try to execute those plans. It's okay if you don't achieve things, but then don't lag behind. You try to achieve. That's my advice.
Okay. Pranav?
So my suggestion would be to, whether it's the easiest subject for you or the toughest subject for you, to give equal importance to all the subjects, because all the subjects carry equal marks. So that would be my suggestion to everyone.
Okay,
great.
Nice. Niranjan?
Sir, my suggestion is to cover entire syllabus, sir. That will obviously help. And make summary notes. And I used to be always listening lectures on YouTube, revision lectures. So instead of reading everything, it's good if you can listen to some lectures. It comes to our mind, sir, very often.
Okay.
If we listen instead of studying on our own.
Okay. And Susi, what is your suggestion?
Don't try to mug it up. Understand everything. If it's fine if it takes time also, understand, and then go to the next topic.
Okay. No rote learning. Focus on concepts. Correct. Okay. Great, guys. Great. So I think we've got a good summary of what you guys did and how it actually helped you, and what you would want to recommend to other students. So Suraj, any more questions, or do you think we can?
One question. I have one question. Generally, we write CA final exams after a gap. So you would have written one examination of maybe graduation or CA inter. Then there is a gap of 2 years, 2.5 years, right? So how much of importance should students give to writing practice? How many of your pen were not moving in the exam hall in the first paper?
I have done a mistake, sir. I have done a mistake. For DT, I was very much scared, sir.
Mm-hmm.
And
Anybody else
actually,
who had this problem?
I left one question which was known to me.
Okay. Anybody else who had a problem in writing the first paper because you didn't have enough writing practice?
Sir, I had the problem with FR. Actually, I
FR.
gave 2 mock tests, but should have given a lot more importance to it. But AFM was very easy because I've given 3 to 4 revision because I thought it was the toughest paper for me. Once I kept my hands in the paper, I could finish AFM paper, but I found the difference between AFM and FR just because of the lack of written practice.
Oh.
So
sure.
I always suggest them to give at least 3 to 4 mock tests for every paper.
Sure.
Suraj, can I take one question?
Yeah, please. Yeah. All yours.
Rajalaxmi, I just wanted to ask you in person.
Yes,
how was the preparation for audit? What strategy did you apply? Like, what was your actual technique for audit?
Ma'am, actually, to be very honest, I wanted to take your classes. I inquired Indigo, but it took a lot of time to prepare the classes, so I couldn't take the classes. But then I didn't take any class for audit, ma'am. It was like I went through the study material completely thrice. I read the book over and over again because I remember all the faculty saying that language is very important in audit.
Yes.
So I consistently made it a point that I repeatedly say it out loud so that I could remember the exact language to write in the exam. And also I used to write a lot of written tests, ma'am. I take questions from the previous questions. I used to sit and write what exactly is asked for, what is given in the suggestions. So,
yeah, that's exactly my point actually, because all the students who are listening, as a faculty, I just want to tell all of you that audit is one of those subjects where only learning is not going to help. It is one of those subjects where writing practice is a must. So whether you study a topic entirely, if not everything, but at least from every chapter, 1 or 2 questions have to be practiced, and they have to be done very religiously, very sincerely. Otherwise, audit as a subject is always going to be difficult. Because theory part, when we study, we understand it, we believe we know it. But when you write it, your hand will freeze 100%. You don't know how to start also. So with all the insights that I have got, okay, particularly because I'm focusing on the subject which I'm connected here with, so I'm just telling because this is considered to be a difficult one. So I think writing practice is most important, not only for practical papers, but also for theoretical papers. And when it comes to audit, I really believe that without writing, the language will not sink in you. It will not happen. So it is important that every student who is listening as of now and preparing for the upcoming examination, paper like audit, it is not theoretical, it is practical, and you are going to be auditors. So it is very, very important that this subject has to be learned, understood, and written as well. Then the exam is going to go really easy comparatively. Okay, so recommendation to everybody that writing practice is a must. Yeah, over to you, Suraj.
So any last thoughts, Shivteja?
Yeah, well, first of all, I'm glad that we have done this session predominantly because we have welcomed the chartered accountant students who have become chartered accountants. And I'm sure there are a lot of takeaways for the YouTube audience as well in terms of the paper patterns, how has been their preparation. Not that the same plan will work for you as well, but it is all your plan, what you're making it. But the most important thing is that not just the planning, as we keep saying, it's all about execution. Every plan you make, ensure that you execute. And if there is some lack, or some backlog in the plan, what you have done, ensure that you bounce back with a better plan and do it at the right shot. And the plan should be well in advance so that correction can happen at the earliest. That is the most important. And at Indigo Learn, we are always there for your support. And especially when it comes to indirect taxes, as I told already, there is always a good amount of weightage given to amendments as well. So you have to ensure that you cover the institute's statutory update, amendments videos on the YouTube, watch out for the practice questions, and ensure that there is adequate amount of practice. And being a tax paper, I don't foresee any problem of pen not moving in the examination because that is one such paper which most of us are taxed when it comes to tax, be it direct tax or indirect tax. That is something where everybody has got some knowledge, but it's all about being an expert knowledge, which is most important. That is where the real key comes and when scoring comes into play. And this direct tax, indirect tax as a whole has got good amount of weightage in IBS as well. So learning this subject in a way it has to be learned is very important, not just from a theoretical standpoint, but from a very practical standpoint. And the last but not the least, which I would like to say is that I'm also a practicing chartered accountant. And in my practice, I deal more of tax itself. But there's a partner in my office who does too much of audit. So when I keep talking to him, I'll be a little bit surprised when it comes to FR. Since from that time FR topic was going on, I would like to enlighten on one point. That is, we do have a couple of listed company clients where a lot of in-days work keeps going on. In fact, when the deliberation happens, I'm actually audience there because I don't know anything about it. I just sit there and listen. But my partner and that company promoter keeps arguing in terms of he will tell this point in Indies, he will tell this point in Indies. There's a lot of deliberation discussion which keeps going on. And every guidance note, every point is discussed very much in detail over there. So I personally, at that moment of time, I actually felt that there's a lot of importance given to the Indies in the practical real world. I'm not doing it because I'm not into that forte, but there's a lot of importance for that as a CS student that you are going to become a chartered accountant. And as rightly said, that is audit itself is also not a theory paper. It's a very practical paper. MCA is going to sue you guys if any form is not filed with ROC. So everywhere, there is a lot of element of interlinking that is happening in the real world. Which in our office, I mean, I get to see on a daily basis that a lot of minute things, too much of importance is being given. Anything miss out is not something which is okay. Because normally, while preparation, if you miss something, that is just something what we missed. But in the practical real world, if you miss something, there is no word called mistake, it's a fraud. So that is a level of practical reality which comes into play. This all things we don't tell to CA inter students because they are still sailing in that boat of a CA student. But as a CA final student, it's very important that you realize it. And I wish all the very, very best for November 24 exam. And at Indigo Land, we are always there for your support. And any help, any doubt, please feel free to come back. And that forums are there for us. In fact, forum is something which I personally love the most. So any doubts in the forum, feel free to get back to us. So we're always there for your support. All the very best, guys. And once again, hearty congratulations to all the people who have qualified as chartered accountants. Take the membership number very soon. Get into the field. All the very best, guys. Thank you.
Thanks for the message, Shivteja. So thanks for taking time out, and sharing your thoughts. One thing what I would like to share is choose whatever. See, there's a lot of confusions amongst your mind. What is to be done? Practice, job, what kind of job? Take your time. Don't hurry because there are too many CAs in the market right now. What will happen to the job? Take your time to choose what you want to do. That is the first thing. Second most important thing is till the time you are, or still some of you may have your articleship pending, under a chartered accountant, he will take the responsibility. You are just learning. But once you get this tag of being a chartered accountant, you will be responsible. Whether you are practicing, whether you are working, whatever you are doing, please understand that you will be responsible. So whatever you do, do with that thought in mind that, okay, if it comes back, then what will be the impact, right? That one thing to take decisions, to make decisions will take you a long way in your career in the future. All the very best. And if you need any kind of career related guidance, support, Pranav had reached out to us earlier. If anybody else has anything, our groups are there. You can just ping us and we'll be more than happy to, guide you through this and also in the future.
Yeah. And Suraj, I'll say one word and wind up.
Yeah, please.
Yeah. So thanks, guys. Thanks a lot. So tomorrow morning, actually, we have 10 a.m. a session with two folks. One is a CFO of SIFI, Ganesh, and other one is a partner in Deloitte, Ajay. So they both are actually going to be joining us at 10 a.m. and we're going to be discussing about career opportunities for chartered accountants. Specifically, a lot of people are concerned with this 20,446 number. That is, I think 146 or 446. I don't know what it is. 20,000 number, which, whether there are jobs, are there enough jobs and all. Why don't we ask the right people who are recruiting? So any of you, your friends, family, relative, colleagues who has cleared and who's become a qualified chartered accountant, if they're looking out for jobs, I would strongly suggest that you attend the session tomorrow, 10 a.m. In same channel. We'll be live and can ask any questions on jobs. We'll have a similar structure where we'll, allow students to ask questions. Okay. So all the very best. Thanks a lot for taking time and appreciate all of you coming here. Appreciate the YouTube audience for, listening to us and asking questions. Okay. Chalo. All the best from my side. All the best from, team side as well.
Thank you. Thank you, guys.
Thanks, guys.
Thank
Bye.
you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.